Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a bit again about ableism on TikTok. TikTok is a cesspool of ableism, and I think, and of course this is just my theory, I think it's because people can just create short videos and they don't have to put much thought into it, and it doesn't take a lot to post on TikTok. And I'm not here to be an elitist and be like, oh, YouTubers work so hard, but regular length YouTube videos, you put in a lot more work than a lot of TikTokers do, for better or worse. And I do believe when something's more time consuming, you think about it a lot more before you post it, because you have more time to think about it and more steps you go through to have to think about it. And so I have many YouTube videos that I've made, I've edited, but have not gone up because for various reasons, I either didn't like the way they came out, or somewhere along the way, I was like, this is not the best idea, so I just did not post it. But on TikTok, it's a lot more impulsive because it's like 20-second clips. So you can just post it and not even think about it. I may have to close the door because there's a dog barking outside, and then my dogs will start barking 1 second. So basically what I'm just trying to say is posting on TikTok is a lot easier, and this is coming from someone who has posted on TikTok. And also I've noticed the algorithm makes it a lot easier to blow up on TikTok than the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is a lot less forgiving than the TikTok algorithm in my experience, and with that comes people who blow up and garner a larger audience, but they don't necessarily deserve that audience. And the TikTok I'm talking about today, and again, I'm not really gonna out this person because that's not the purpose of this video. I'm gonna end up blurring her face and her name, but it's basically, and I made a video about her before in all transparency, but
you're skinny fat and you don't know what to do. Being skinny fat is the worst possible situation.
it's basically I believe it's called duetting, when you put someone else's video and then you record. I'm not big on TikTok, but I believe it's called duetting. If it's not, I apologize. But so it's a duet of this guy who talks about how being skinny fat is the worst thing you could be. And of course, that in and of itself is problematic, and I'm gonna get into that in this video too. But then this person who duetted that video, it's just a video of her sitting there awkwardly in her wheelchair, like making a face like, no, this is the worst thing you can be, basically. That's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. One being that the emphasis on fitness constantly is super toxic. Not only is fat phobia toxic, but this whole fitness mindset is toxic too, because there are many ways to be healthy, and healthy is not some moral value. It's just good to be healthy for your own life. But why do people have to honk their horn? But it doesn't make you a better person being healthy or not. And also, being healthy looks different on different people. So somebody may be more muscular, and that may be what healthy looks like on them, and someone may not be, and that is perfectly okay. But now getting to this TikTok that this girl posted, being disabled is not the worst thing you can be. The worst thing you can be is a bigot, which I kind of think this girl is. Judging by her content and the video she made with her brother being gay and her becoming paralyzed. But my point is not to say to disabled people, oh, the only disability is a bad attitude. I will never say that in a non-ironic way. But my point is to say that many of the problems she faces as a newly disabled person, number one, is coming from her internalized ableism that came from years of being an able-bodied person and looking down on disabled people. And then number two is the ableism in society that does not allow her to live the life she used to live when she was non-disabled. And I'm not going to say that that impairments don't have their own issues in and of itself. Of course, I know impairments can come with pain, they can come with fatigue, they can come with pressure sores, and a whole list of medical issues. But people can live lives worth living even with medical issues. I know that's a radical statement to say, but I hate this whole narrative of using disability as a butt of a joke, because that just allows the people watching it to leave their ableism unchecked. And here's why I say that. I say that because then people don't feel guilty for laughing because a disabled person is the one who made the joke. When it's like, whether a disabled person made the joke or not, it's still ableist, it's still fucked up, it's still misinformed and spreading harmful ableist misconceptions. As a society, we need to move away from disability being a joke. Really, we need to move away from every form of marginalization being used as a joke. Trans people are not a joke. Non-binary people are not a joke. Indigenous people are not a joke. Bisexual people are not a joke, and no, we're not confused. Being bisexual does not make you confused. I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, this annoying social justice warrior offended by everything. She's always lecturing us. But truly, I do not believe we can move forward as a society when we continue to make jokes about marginalized groups. You know when we can make jokes about marginalized groups? When they're no longer marginalized. And that is not happening until we stop making those jokes. And as a society, we collectively act to end the societal marginalization that exists in our country and in our world, truly, because it's not just a problem in the US, it is a problem all over the world. But yeah, this video made me cringe. This video pissed me off, and no, it's not because I'm a snowflake. It's because at some point in my life, I would have made a joke like that, but that was because I was hurting, and I thought the best way to stop hurting would be to kind of feed into that mindset of, oh, woe's me. But that's not the way forward. I feel much better being empowered and fighting for my rights and my ability to exist in society, whether I'm disabled or not. To me, that's a much more empowering way to be than to make stupid jokes about disability, but that's just me. And of course, I am wearing my Judy Human t-shirt that reads, let me read this. I know you can't read it on screen because it is further down, but it says, and I'm reading upside down, so please excuse me. I want to see feisty disabled people change the world. And I think that sums up this video. Thank you for watching. Please do not send hate to anybody mentioned in this video, even though I will do my best to conceal their identity. Of course, I'm not ignorant. I know people can figure it out. So if you do, please don't write it in the comments or try to attack this person. But thank you for watching. If you learned something, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not already and you would like to see more of my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by January, but I don't know if that'll happen. But thank you.